Hey guys, now I'm in a different place, so just get the camera right. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm sorry if you saw me going live and not live. I was having a little problem with getting it to be on the right settings, but hopefully, touch wood, we're good. But we're going to do some spinning today because I ain't got the energy in me to do anything. And this requires zero brain power, so we're going to go with this. If someone could let me know if you can hear me, that would be great. Should be able to, but you never know. Sounds good? Ah, brilliant. Awesome. Thank you very much. It is too hot. My fan is not turning on me. Hold on. Let me turn my fan. Because I'm further over to reach this. It's getting everything in the right place. But we're just spinning some neon fibre. Fed the dragon. Yeah, little thing popped up as well today. I wonder what that was. Yummy more of it, please. I'm still annoyed that it likes his steaks and doesn't like his carrots. It's not fair. But right, I'm gonna have to spin with my slippers off. They're too hot. Sorry, had to be done. Yeah, I figured it had to be with you. You do love feeding that dragon the meat. So I've got to get this finished because I've got some fibre I need to spin up for a lady down the road. But I just haven't had time to do it, so this is a good time to do it anyway, when I'm not feeling particularly great, because this is for me, so I don't care if it doesn't turn out perfect. You having a look? Yeah, get to work, do your work, earn that hard-earned money. Forgot to silence my watch, so I'm afraid it's just going to keep dinging every time somebody comments in either WhatsApp or Discord or something. How are you all? I hope you're all having a good day. It's still too hot for me. I know I'm a broken record, but it is. It's too hot. I'm really struggling. If I could sit here in a vest, I would. Unfortunately, the vests I got were a tad see-through. They were really bad. They're so thin. They're lovely to wear when it's hot, but I can't wear them when other people are around. So I need to buy some new vests. This is a thin top. It's really thin, and yet it's still too hot. So this fibre is just some 100% merino that I bought southern wool show? Could have been summer wool show. So it could be I've had it for a year, or coming up to a year, I don't know. Possibly 2 years. I honestly don't remember. But it's already had some of it spun up. I think I showed it before. I've already got 2 skeins of it done. I ply it with a white, so it gives a really nice look. If you want to see the ones I've already done, let me know and I'll show you. But I've already got some white already spun up, ready to be plied. I don't know if there's enough. It was leftovers from a previous one, so I'll probably have to spin up some more. But we'll get this done first, and then I'll worry about doing more white after that. If you're wondering what's on the 3D printer today, we are printing out a holder for my crochet hooks for my stall. I've got a wool festival coming up in July, the summer wool show, which is Amps Hill. It's in one of the schools there. And we've been displaying the crochet hooks in these wooden things Duncan made, but they're not very stable, so we wanted something a little more stable until Duncan has time to make a proper stand. So I printed out a test run of this crochet hook stand, and it worked quite well. So now we're printing out proper ones in white, which will hopefully what do you call it? Hopefully hold all of my hooks. That was it. See, brain power is not working today. I have 0 brain power today, I'm afraid, people. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stay awake. But I had a little bit of food, and that's helped pick me up a little. So hopefully I'll be able to keep going, and at my hour break I'll have some more of it. So Duncan's got it in my flask, which I assume is in the kitchen because I've forgotten to bring it out. And that will hopefully keep me going for a little longer. Do you guys care if I'm too tired to do lots of talking and I just craft on a stream? Are you happy with just quiet crafting streams? Or do you like it if I'm constantly trying to think of something to talk about? Because I'm not sure I've got it in me. But I don't want to keep missing streams because I'm too tired, because it's not going to go away. I have chronic fatigue. So I have to find a way to stream within my limits, I think. And I think maybe some quiet crafting ones might be quite nice. Let me know the sound of the printer as well. Can you hear that? Or is it just me you can hear? I'm not sure if you can even hear the spinning wheel looking at the mic when I stop talking. This new mic is very close to be at. You have to have sound very close to it to hear it, I think. So even the spinning wheel might be too far away. I do have a second mic, but this one only lasts for about 3 hours, we discovered. So it runs out just before I'm finishing my stream, so I need the second one to be live when I finish my stream. So I might have to get some backup ones or something. Get a second set so that I can have it sounds for the spinning wheel or something. Because I know several of you do like listening to the sounds of the wheel going. And thank you for whoever's lurking. It's quite nice to know that you enjoy just putting my videos on in the background while you work or whatever. Work or read or whatever it is you're doing. I appreciate the support. I'm always happy to have lurkers, so never feel like you need to talk or anything. Lurking is perfectly acceptable and very much appreciated. For those aren't aware, I am live streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're on one and not the other, feel free to come and find me over on the other one. I'm Sonia Jones on all of it. It should be pretty simple to find me. But they are all linked in the About Me section, so. YouTube now has a new community area. It's the posts that we've been able to post our own photos and polls and things in for years, but they've now opened it up so that viewers can post their pictures and things. So if you've got something you want to share and you're not in my Discord, feel free to post it in the community area on YouTube, and then I can see what you're doing there, because I do love seeing what you're all making. Those who might be wondering, am I getting on with my cross stitch because I haven't shown it for a while? I have been doing it off stream. I'm hoping to next week get back to putting it on stream, but I've just been too tired to concentrate on that and talk at the same time. So we'll have to see how that goes. I am currently knitting myself a top, which is what my initial plan was to stream today. It's a lace top. It's very pretty. I'll show you at some point. But I didn't have it in me to concentrate on lace today, so I didn't. I'll do this instead, because this doesn't require much brain power. Hoping that 3D print's going to come out alright. New filament. It's the same brand as I've used before, but I have their silk filament, which was lovely and works great. This is their basic white PLA. So this is the first time using it, so I'm hoping it's going to come out. I haven't changed any settings, I'm hoping it's all the same settings. Anyone on Twitch who's also a streamer, do you know what this 2K trial thing is for streaming? Not Banner inviting me to it, but I haven't accepted because I don't really understand it. Forgot to adjust my chair again. I have to fiddle with it on my first break, I think. Trying to get some more back support because I have to lean all the way back there and that's too far back for me. Hoping captions is working for you all today. It did seem to sign in, so that's a good sign. Unlike Tuesday where it wouldn't even do that. And that is my middle son ringing me when he knows I'm live on Thursdays. I'll be back in a second, sorry people. Hi guys, sorry about that. My middle son forgot that I live stream on Thursdays. It's typical. He never phones me normally, unless I'm busy. Then he phones me. Next one here. I've already got them pre-split and rolled up in my bag here. Looking at what I've got, I'm actually about halfway through, so that's not too bad. There's nothing wrong with a son calling his brother. No, exactly. It is nice when he does call me, but he always manages to call me in the most inopportune moments. How are you doing? Agrica? I'm really bad at pronouncing names. I am so sorry. But yeah, my sons are all adults now, but my middle one particularly, I very rarely see. He lives here, don't get me wrong, but he's worked so much that I very rarely see him. So when he phones, I try to make sure I can answer, because there's no telling what he's wanting. It could be important. At one point I got a phone call because he'd had a work accident and actually chopped off a chunk of his finger. So now we always take a call from him. How are you today? Are you having a good day? Yeah, I've got 3 sons, so no daughters. I'm very outnumbered. This house is full of boys, though lucky enough my eldest son has a friend staying with him now who is a girl, so at least there's one girl in here with me now. I'm not the only one. You finished your work day so you can crochet and relax. Oh, perfect. That's the way you like it, isn't it? What are you crocheting? Bead rope crochet next. Ooh, pretty. I've not done crochet necklaces, bead crochet necklaces for ages. I used to do matching earrings, necklace and bracelets, but I've not done any of it for a long time. Is it for yourself, or was it a gift for someone, or do you sell yours? You have a passion to make them. That is a good passion to have. You have a huge pile of them done. I give to all my friends and family. Me personally, I don't wear jewelry. That's the same for me. There's a lot of stuff I make that I just give away because I want to make it, but I don't actually use it myself. I'm currently crocheting a, you know those hexy flower, African flower hexy motifs that they make into animals, toy animals and things. I'm making a dragon of that. I have absolutely no use for it, I just wanted to make it, so I'm making it. Most of my family have a lot of blankets from me because when I first started crocheting, I made a lot of crochet. You know the giant granny square crochet blankets? I made a lot of them, so they all got one of them each. And then my mum's also got a giant broomstick lace crochet version blanket, and my mum's also got a corner Christmas blanket with different motifs in, I think it was a 3x3 square with Merry Christmas on it. I made one blanket for myself, but my youngest son stole it from me as soon as I finished making it, and I never got it back. I never will get it back. So I've actually paid a friend to make me a blanket, because if I bought it instead of made it myself, they're not allowed to steal it. Crochet hook stand. Will be when it's done. Yeah, this is the thing. The things we make are always so gorgeous. It's nice that people like them as much as we do and want them, isn't it? My mum has a lot of stuff I've made for her over the years. She's really craft worthy. She really appreciates all the stuff I've knitted and crocheted and that, which is really nice. She's got everything from hats and scarves and gloves and socks and blankets and tops. I just make her anything really. And other than the jumpers, which she managed to kill in the tumble dryer, she actually takes really good care of everything, so it's quite nice. Trying very hard to make projects with my yarn, which you can't see on camera. I don't think it's not. You can see the puzzle shelf, not the craft shelf. But I'm trying to only have one shelf of yarn. So as I spin, I need to use what I've got. That's my rules. So I've got to get a bunch of it used. I used a bunch of it recently. One of my streams, I was doing a Circle Fest thing a couple of weeks ago. That's done, so that used up some of my hand spun, but I've still got a bunch more to get used. Your mum and grandma are crocheting, knitting, sewing by hand or machine cross stitch and all sorts of stuff. Nice. I do all sorts, but I didn't know anyone else in my family that did it. My nan, for a while after I was doing it, took up knitting and crochet. I think she may have done it when we were younger, but I never really saw her do any of it. She never mentioned about doing any of it. But she's going blind, so at first I was starting off her granny squares for her, and then she'd be able to feel it to continue, but now it's got to the point she can't do that anymore either. But yeah, she could knit and crochet, but I only saw her do it for a few years. My mum I never really seen do any crafts, though I do know from old stuff that she had on the loft that she actually used to do a lot of drawing. She was actually very good. So I think I'd probably get my artistic stuff from them, but I ended up having to teach myself. So I knit, I crochet, I weave, I spin, I hand dye my yarn. I also do jewelry making, quilling, origami, learning bobbin lace, and a whole bunch of other stuff, because I'm a little craft obsessed, really. If it's a craft, I like doing it. I'm very slow at my cross stitch. I do cross stitch, but I am very, very slow, and I can't work at it too long. I find it too much of a strain, but I do enjoy doing it. I want to try doing proper embroidery though, because I've been told that's a bit quicker, and that might mean I actually get a project done in less than a year, because my cross stitch do take me quite a while. Waiting for some more filament to arrive. It's coming later on today, and then I'm going to be 3D printing some yarn bowls as well, ready for my next show, so that's going to be nice. I wish to spin cotton, but there's no fibre combed available in any shops around me. Yeah, there's nothing around me that has anything like that, so I have to buy all my stuff online. I don't know where you're based, but I get a lot of my stuff from World of Wool. They do cotton and that on World of Wool, but I don't know if there's something like that near where you are. I don't know if World of Wool sell internationally. Not sure. I have bamboo here, but I don't have cotton yet. It's on my list of stuff to add. See the colour changing from the different sections. It's really interesting because they're all split down the middle, but yet the colours still come out quite different depending on where I'm spinning from, which is really nice because it gives it a really nice colour change in the yarn itself. If I grab one of the ones I've already done, so this is the plied version of what I'm currently doing. So I'm spinning the neon part. I've already got the white spun up and I'll apply it. That's what it comes out like. See how the colours just kind of change through, which I really like. My lavender pouch is on the floor, but I'll pick it up later. It's absolutely lovely. Thank you. Yeah, I do like my neons. Cheryl, hiya Cheryl, how are you doing? I'm spinning today. How's your spinning coming along? Have you finished that green yet? Because you've been doing that for a little while now, so you must be pretty close to it, surely. I don't know if you've seen, Cheryl, but YouTube have now put community posts out where you guys can actually put your own pictures up. So if you're having trouble putting anything in the Discord, you should be able to post it on the YouTube community post section instead. But I don't mind where you post it. I'm just nosy, so I just like seeing wherever you post it. How you doing today anyway, Cheryl? Your day's probably just getting started, isn't it? Normally it's pretty early for you, isn't it? For those who can't see, I'm on YouTube and Twitch. So if you're wondering who I'm responding to, there's different people in each one. But I don't have the chat up on screen because Twitch has very strict rules about having other chats on screen, so I don't put any of them up. You're still working on it? Been working on other things? Been working on anything fun? I've been doing some more of my cross stitch, slowly, but I have been doing more on it. I'm working on another fish, so we'll have 3 fishes done on it soon. 7:45 in the morning for you. Yeah, I thought it was somewhere close to 8 o'clock. It's normally somewhere around 8 for you, isn't it, when we're chatting? I don't know how you're this coherent in the morning. I am not. I am not a morning person. I mean, nowadays I'm not an anytime person. I often need an afternoon nap. But definitely not a morning person. How's the weather at your place at the moment, Cheryl? It's still too hot here. I don't know what it's like where you are, Agrica, but I do not cope with heat, as Cheryl is used to me moaning about the heat. Quilt top and custom sewing. Ah, nice. I really should get sewing done. I'm so bad at it. I've got a bunch of stuff ready to do and I just haven't done it. I can sew, but I'm not, I'm still a beginner. I've never used a pattern. A friend of mine's going to teach me how to use a pattern. I've always just kind of made it up as I went along, sort of thing. 16 degrees there. Oh, see that? I'd like that. That would be cool. It's 20 odd here. I don't know what it is today, but it's 20 something and I hate it. Don't do heat. I'm hoping my cameras are going to survive because they're both very hot in this heat. Normally I have the fan on them, but I've only got the one fan and I need it on me today, otherwise I'm going to fall asleep in the chair. Yeah, oh, my shoulder is not happy today. Let's see what it says. It is here. Yeah, apparently it's 21 degrees, which feels a lot hotter than that. Let me think. It feels a lot hotter than 21 degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be getting 24. God, we're getting up to 30 come Monday. I am not going to be good on Monday. Objection! Hiya, Mally, how you doing? I'm glad I'm not playing Ace today. My brain could not compute anything today. We've gone with nice and simple spinning for today. Working as always. When are you not working, Mally? I'm struggling today, which is why we've gone with spinning, because then I don't have to use any brain power. I honestly was struggling to stay awake at 11, but Duncan done me some lunch and that's helped wake me up a bit. I also took 2 Pro Plus, so that's got my brain calmed down a little. So hopefully that'll keep me going for a little while. You never trust that temperature announcement in the news. My place is in the middle of the city and it's +6 degrees all the time. Yeah, it's ridiculous because they just have such a narrow thing of where the temperature is. It's like I'm in a little village just on the outside of the main city where I am, and I swear it's damn sight hotter here than they say it is. I gather the weather station is actually the opposite side of town to where I live, so it's quite a distance difference. Printing anything nice? I am printing crochet hook stands, so nothing majorly interesting, but I've got a wall show coming up and we have a wooden stand. We put the crochet hooks Duncan makes, the ones he wood turns and resin turns, but they're not stable in it, so we want something a bit better. So I did some test runs with some other filament and found I had to adjust it a little, but I found a crochet hook stand somebody had designed with a few minor adjustments with sizing and things. It will actually hold the crochet hooks we do quite nicely. So we're printing out them in a new white filament I've not used. I'm hoping they come out right. But they look more stable and better on the tables at my wool shows rather than a bit haphazardly leaning over. So it'd be nice, look a little more professional, you know. Yeah, this one won't finish printing until I finish going live, or might finish just before, depending on timing. I think depending on exactly when I finish, might be. So what I'll probably do is pop a picture up in the Discord, then you'll be able to see that there, Cheryl. Obviously you won't, Manly, because you're not in it. But I can always show it on the next stream if you're about and show you what I'm on about. I suppose I could possibly show you the rough copy that I made. Let's show you that. You went a little nuts on buying filament. Bamboo have had a sale on, haven't they? But I still bought mine cheaper. It's 23 degrees in the shade in your garden. Yeah, see? There's no way it's 21 degrees. You ordered 16 rolls? Damn. I bought 4 rolls. I thought 4 was quite a lot. 16 rolls is insane. Right, I'll show you on this one. Can you see on that? I don't know if you can see on this one. There you go. So, yeah, that's what we're printing. But in white, this was just a test run. But it just holds the hooks a little more stable for display. Oh, it's very hot in that conservatory. Have you got a load of projects planned, Mally, or did you just order the rolls because there was a good price on them? How you doing, Kate, anyway? Did you get any funky colours? I literally got 2 rolls of white to do these crochet hook stands, and then 2 tricolour ones, which I'll use to make the yarn bowls, which I think will look quite pretty, hopefully. Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, I think it's just gonna make the hooks stand up a little nicer. A good price, 10 refills for 104, which is nice, but set colours, then had to get another 6 for them. That's a bargain. Nice. That's a really good price. What brand do you use? My main aim is to go properly onto Bamboo, because I want to get the AMS system, the AMS Lite. That'll work with my A1. But I'm afraid I've been really naughty and just gone with cheap stuff. This is Landu, but I also have eSun, which they seem to work quite well. Yeah, exactly. I plan on using the Bamboo for the AMS once I've got it, because I just think, because they've got chips in to read things, haven't they? So I think that's going to be much better. White, black, blue, yellow, green, orange, grey and silver. Sensible colours. I don't get anything sensible. I got the white. I suppose that's the most sensible I've got. I get all the weird colours. We've had a manic day and the bites won't stop itching. Oh no! Did you get bit then, Kate? Ethan is good, but can't use in the AMS without a plastic adapter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which I figured once I bought the AMS, I'll switch to doing all bamboo. But until then, I'm gonna do it with the cheap stuff. I'd planned on getting the AMS this month, but I've had a few more things pop up that meant I'm gonna have to hold it off for another month. A lady local in the village who's given up her yarn dyeing business was selling off business supplies, and each month she messages me with new stuff she's getting rid of, and I'm getting some more stuff from her, so I couldn't really warrant paying for the AMS this month as well as paying for that. There's only so much in the business fund. One thing I didn't think of when I decided to do this was my shoulder. It's been playing up a lot recently, and this is not a good thing for it. Never mind, hopefully Duncan can give it a little massage tonight. He's been trying to help me stretch out my shoulders and my arms to get full movement back, because I ended up with quite restrictive movement. So I'm working on it, but it means that they hurt more now, because while they were restricted, they didn't kind of pop all over the place. Now they do and they hurt. Really printing in multicolour, so much fun. Yes, definitely. It's like, I love the tricolours and they're so pretty, and I absolutely love doing all the fun things with them. But once I get that AMS system, I have so many plans. How was board game group yesterday, Kate? We ended up playing Catan and then the card game Sevens with my brother. Tabletop Tavern was really busy. It was really nice in there. It's a lovely atmosphere, but yeah, it was surprising how busy it was. Some big games going on, taking up some of the larger tables, as well as several of us smaller groups on the smaller tables playing games or just having drinks. It was nice to see it so busy. Did some natural dyeing yesterday. Once they're dry, we'll post it. Oh, nice, yeah. What have you been using to do the dyeing? I want to have a go at natural dyeing at some point. Obviously, I do acid dyes for my business, but for personal use, I want to have a go at doing some natural dyeing because it just looks so cool. But it's so much more complicated because obviously, depending on what you use and depending on what moulding you use and all that. Whereas with acid dyeing, you just add citric acid and you're done. It's a little more complicated, but it's basically that. Whereas natural dyeing is a whole different skill set. It's onion skins. That's what I've been told to start with, actually, because I don't need to do any extra mordants or anything with it. I have a big pot that's massive catering size one that I got in to do dyeing with, so I can do it in that. So I'm not using any kitchen equipment or anything. And obviously I have my bain-maries. I did buy 2 new bain-maries. They're not new, they're the second hand from the lady who's getting rid of her stuff, but unfortunately one of them keeps tripping my electrics out, so I need to find them. I need to get someone to have a look at it and see why it keeps tripping the electrics. If you can hear the doors, which I don't know if you can, we have Duncan and Mally wandering around in and out. Use the loom in this batch. Hey, right. So would did that change the colour than you would normally get with the onion skins? Because I think depending on what you add can change colours of things, can't it? But I don't know enough to know what changes what. I just know that I was chatting to a natural dyer at the Sudbury yarn over when I did my yarn show there, and she was saying about, you know, depending on what mordant you use, what's fixative and things, depends on what colour things come out, which I thought was fascinating. Quiet but good. I managed to win on moon rollers. Oh, nice! I need to give Kat a rematch of damn it, what did we play last week that she kicked her ass on? Ugh, I can't remember what it was now, but need a rematch. Hey Kathy, can't stop long, just taking a break from trying to sort the dining room. Yeah, so you got a lot to do to get ready for Fantasy Forest, haven't you? So you got to make room to start doing all the stuff you got to do. Have you got much to do this time round? Because obviously last year you were making tins and things for the shooting gallery and that, weren't you? Wormspan, that was it. Wormspan, thank you. Yeah, I definitely need to rematch Kat on that because she really kicked her ass. Yes, it can. The water can make a difference. Even the water can make a difference. Was that what, different pHs or thing? This is what I mean. There's so much more to natural dyeing. I monitor the pH levels in my acid dyes, but that's all I really have to do, which is much easier. You've got absolutely tons to do. God, well, hopefully you get it all done, because you know, I've not got long left now, and it's what, 2-3 weeks, something like that, isn't it? Need to work on the body armor and the creepy circus costume. Creepy circus costumes? Oh, if you told me about that, I don't remember. You're gonna have to share photos now. Two and a half weeks, yeah. I thought it was coming up soon, yeah. Oh, yeah, you've got a lot to get done. Have you done a lot of natural dyeing, Cheryl? Because if you have, if I start doing it, I might come to you and ask for some advice. You're not sure if you did tell me, possibly not. With my brain, you could have told me and I would have forgot. We all know what I'm like. But creepy circus costumes sound awesome. Also intrigued by body armor, to be fair. The creepy circus costume sounds amazing. I've got to start working out what I'm going to wear to the fairy festival, so I can start making my costume. I don't know what I'm going to wear this year. See, the Saturday theme is fantasy creatures, I think, isn't it? So That's the main dyeing you do. Ah, awesome. So do you mind if I, when I eventually get around to doing some chair, if I come and ask you for some help? Send you a message and ask you to let me know what I should be doing. Yeah, you need to do that too. Yeah, of course, yeah. You got to do all your Fantasy Forest stuff and then start making stuff for the Fairy Festival. I wonder if there's anything you can cross over so you don't have so much to do. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for a costume this year. So much dependent on the weather, doesn't it, as well, which is really annoying. I think I still have my steampunk wings that I made for last year's. I think they're up on the wardrobe. I can't remember now. I'll have to have a look. So it might be that I can repurpose them as well, so I don't have to do too much. Maybe post a pop fairy. Yes! That would be awesome! I can. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. You're a star. Fingers crossed there's not a storm. Yes, definitely. Come on, your luck can't be that bad, Pam, that you'll end up with a storm the second time you try to go to the Fairy Festival. Surely. Yeah, luckily I hadn't tried to go that year, so I didn't end up getting losing money on anything. So I was quite glad I hadn't tried to go. I went last year with Duncan's ex-sister-in-law and the Nibbling. But it was a little cold. And it wasn't a large amount of rain, but it did have a little spots, and I just didn't enjoy it. I was very, very tired. So we didn't actually stay long. But I'm hoping this year will be better. If your wings are still good, that's a brilliant start. Yeah, exactly. I know I put them up. Well, I had Duncan put them up on the wardrobe, so I'm hoping they're still up there. And if they are, then I can do them. But I think what I'll probably do is, instead of attaching them to me, I'll attach them to the wheelchair. I think that'd be easier. And comfier. Maybe I'll get round to spinning enough yarn and make that top that I planned on last year, but I ran out of yarn before I could finish it. So maybe I'll see what I got and spin up enough for that. I've got some green there. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think, see what I want to do. Hell, maybe I'll make it out of this neon yarn. Much easier than trying to wear them in the chair. Yeah, exactly. It's very awkward in the chair. Can't actually remember what I ended up wearing last year. I think it was the green skirt, you know, the one we both ended up having the same one on. I think I wore that last year. So might go with that again and basically recreate my outfit from last year, but with the corset top thing that I was supposed to have, but I couldn't do it. The yarn spinning is very pretty. Yeah, this is that neon one I got from Summer or Southern Water, I can't remember, but from the Fresh and Barn last year before. I spun up some of it ages ago. So I already have 2 skeins of this done. And hopefully this should create another 2 skeins, because I'll be plying it with white. So that could be a funky colour to go with it, I think. Yeah, because if it's all fantasy, it don't matter if it's all mixed and jumbled neon colours, does it? adverts. I will go on an ad break. I'll see you all in a minute. Back again. Went and grabbed my food from the kitchen. No worries, Kathy. I'll catch you later. Good luck in getting everything sorted. I was sat here trying to work out what it was I said I'd do on the first ad break. Remember I said I'd do something. And I can't remember what it was. I'd forgotten to do something. So I said I'd do it on the first ad break. I haven't got a clue. Oh well, if it's important, we'll soon work it out, won't we? Duncan done me chicken and bacon pasta with veg. Very nice. It gives me a little pick-me-up and helps wake me up. I know it looks like I eat loads because I have a snack every time I go on an ad break, so every hour. But it's because I don't have big meals throughout the day. I have my meals split over the whole day. So I have lots of very, very small meals, of 100 calories or 200 depending on what it is, so that I'm still not eating more calories than I should be for the day. In fact, I have to be careful I don't eat too few calories. I really need to set myself an alarm so I stop missing when the ads are coming. I did have Stream Elements giving the timer for it, but it always gave it at the wrong time, so couldn't remember because it was always wrong. I don't know why. So I just turned it off, and it means I don't see it a thing pop up on me telling me that it's going to be coming into an ad soon. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, my chair is so squeaky. Duncan still hasn't looked at it for me. That was it. I was going to adjust the back on my chair, wasn't I? Because it wasn't far enough forward. Which lever is it? That one? Nope. That one? Yes, there we go. Oh, possibly a little too far forward there. Hold on. Which lever was it again? That one. Oh, that's better. There we go. Now I don't feel like I'm floating in thin air. Cheeto, hiya. What sweet talk you have walked into? I'm spinning today. So, I've been spinning up this fibre for a blooming long time. I only bought 200 grams of it. And I did 100 grams of it ages ago. But I keep getting distracted. so I'm working on it today because my brain couldn't handle doing anything else. So we went with nice and easy. How are you doing though? How's the weather at your place? Is it cooler there? Because it's not here. That, what's it called? Poppy game. Was it just called Poppy? Can't remember now. Anyway, it's really good. Really enjoyed that. Might have to give it a go myself on that at some point. I probably won't stream it because otherwise you'll see me crap my pants like you. But it'll still be fun to play. No, not cooler here. It's still too hot there too as well. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Kate was just saying it's like 26 in the shade where she is. Is it 26 you said, Kate? I can't remember now. But it's blimmin' hot. That's what it is. The weather app says it's like 21. It is not 21. It is way hotter than 21. You enjoyed torturing me. Yes. Yes, I enjoy torturing you very much. You are 23. Thank you, but thing 23 in the shade. See, brain not working. You are streaming it after the how you put me through. Fair. But it was so worth it, Cheeto. Though I'm not sure if anyone was enjoying it as much as more. I think she was really enjoying it. But the thing is, I have so many cake points to use up that, you know, I might as well use them on scaring you. But yeah, I probably will. I'll have to make sure that I've got some kind of noise thing to put in so you can scare the crap out of me too. Fair's fair. Between you, Moss and Mary, geez, yes. Honestly, surprised you didn't have a heart attack. That was it was fun. It was mean, but it was fun. If anyone wants to have a laugh, go to Cheadle's channel and watch the stream from yesterday. We were very, very mean to Cheadle. It was totally worth it. And Bryn throwing in the odd couple. Oh yeah, he was egging us on. Yeah, your moral support person is more like torture. He's moral support for us. Feel free to give a shout out, Cheadle, because I think you can do a shout out yourself, can't you? Because you're still a mod, aren't you? Yeah. So feel free to shout yourself out. !SO should play a clip if it's working properly. Who was Moss when I was trying to sort out the screen setting. Yeah, that was immaculate timing, that one was. Don't think any of us expected that one. I was just having fun trying to work out what each one did, because I hadn't really used a lot of the ones on yours, so I wasn't quite sure what half of them did, so it was fun just to press them and find out. But I think the guilty one was very apt. I'm thinking I'm going to take a break from Ace once I finish these ones before I do the next trilogy. I'm going to do something else, because I was trying, all the talking's quite a lot for me. So I'm going to pick a different game to do after this first trilogy, and then once I finish them I'll go back to Ace and do the second trilogy before picking another game. But I don't know what game I'm going to do in between yet. I'll have to have a think. Don't actually know how much more I've got left on the first trilogy, so I probably should have the next one prepared just in case I finish partway through a stream or something. I need to watch Island of Rob's VOD from last night, because Emmy was with Island of Rob doing It Takes Two. I'm going to imagine that was probably absolutely hilarious. Unfortunately, I was out with my brother for his birthday, so I couldn't watch the stream. I might go a little bit longer on that one, so I need to watch the VOD on that so that I can see how funny that was. Doing well. We're almost at the end of this section too. Being productive. Unlike me. Who was that? Sorry. Emmy, Eminog, and Island of Rob. I think it's Island of Rob. Island of Rob. I know Eminog from Holly and Cold streams, that's how I discovered her. But Island Rob I discovered because Eminog was doing a stream with him. He does Wednesdays, I think 8 PM, whereas Emmy normally does middays. But on Wednesdays, when she's doing one with Rob, she skips her midday one and does it in the evenings instead. Yes, I know Eminog. Yes. Yeah, I thought you did know Eminog, but I always say Emmy because I'm lazy. Love how the colour changes through this. Can't wait to see what it's going to look like when it's knitted or crocheted up. I haven't decided whether I'm going to knit or crochet with it. I'm thinking I might knit, because I think that will really bring the colour changes out if I do it with a knit instead of a crochet. It might look more variegated if I crochet with it, but I might get some semi-small stripes or something if I knit with it. Though I may just weave with it and weave myself the top, I don't know. I'll have to have a think. It's not in her VOD, so I think it's on her other account. Yeah, it must have been on Island of Obs. Yeah, I think I don't think she streams it. I think she just he streams it, and then she's got a camera up, I think. I'm not sure. She's definitely got voice on. They managed to catch some of the last game they played together a month ago or so, I don't know. It's all blurred together. But yeah, Isle of Ob, something like that it is. But yeah, I hadn't heard of him before she did the stream with him, but he was hilarious, so it was really good fun. I actually managed to get a Twitch notification for you yesterday. I was really quite impressed. It came through before the Discord one. So it's obviously fixed itself now, which is quite nice. Woohoo! Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it was not doing it. But yeah, unclicking and re-clicking the notification seemed to re-trigger it. So I think next time if it starts coming through, I'll just do that sooner instead of hoping for the best. So I try to keep notifications on for everybody, because otherwise I just forget that they're streaming. There's a few that I don't have notifications on, because I tend to only watch them when they're doing a collab with someone. But most people I have the notifications on. God, my hand wants to cramp up. Might have to switch arms on for the next one. Might have to switch arms now, because that's getting quite painful. Try to get the angle correct for this now. Didn't probably want to switch arms, just remembering what the angle is for it. Oh, we got a chunk, never mind. It's hand spun, it doesn't matter if it has different ones. Oh, probably should switch that over before it gets much taller. Oops. There's a thing in that that's quite straight. Oh, thank you for the follow, Agrica. I've forgotten it again. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sticking around and watching and chatting. it's almost time to adjust the tension on this because it's getting a little full. Right. Yeah, so we got 2 more, this one and 1 more, and then this will be done. Ooh, helps if I don't throw it around. So we are getting there with this. Not sure what time is it. We might actually move on to plying this today. If this carries on, we might do well. Then I went back to using the other hand. Yeah, I think I need to adjust the tension slightly. Oh yeah, that's why that's coming out. I should try that. It's got a little twisted. Twisted it too much when I joined it. Separate it off a bit more. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it's feeling a bit better now. Yeah, as the bobbin builds up, I often have to adjust the tension. I think the weight of it just loosens it a little, and the pull, because it has to wrap further around. This is quite an old one. This is from 1970 something. I think 75, but it's got some differences, but it isn't Astra traditional, so it's quite an old wheel. What weight am I spinning? I'm spinning whatever it comes out at, Cheryl. Usually I spin around a DK, maybe a 4-ply. I don't mind. I see what it comes out at, and then I do a project to it. So the rest are about a DK, so this is hopefully going to be about a DK as well. Because this blooms quite well, but it's I have thick and thin parts, not like art yarn, but just a little bit of texture in it that I don't mind. So some bits go a little more lace-like and some bits go a little more Aran weight. If I was concentrating and trying, I could make it exactly even, but I'm really not fussed. I like the little bit of texture in it. I think it adds to the look of the project for hand spun, so I don't tend to spin chunky, and I don't do a lot of lace weight because, quite frankly, I hate the putting it onto the niddy noddy from the lace weight. It just takes so long. So I always try to do 4-ply or a DK. More often than not, I end up doing 4-ply, but I don't mind if I do a DK. Yeah, I've spun a few lace. I even did a wasn't quite lace weight, but it wasn't a 4-ply. It was more like a 2 to 3-ply coil spin. Just because I wanted to see if I could do it, which I did. I have absolutely no use for that yarn. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. It just sits there looking coily. But it was a fun experiment. I just wanted to know if I could do it, you know, and I thought, why not? Yeah, I did like the core was just a thin thread, not one I spun, one I bought, like a sewing thread thickness type thread, and then I coiled around it with some hand spun lace weight, which gave a slightly thicker one, which was interesting. did have 2 skeins of it, but someone liked one, so they had it. You're back. Where did you disappear to? Oh, you'll be back. Okay, hang on. That's what I got to learn to read. I'll see you in a bit. Sorry. Told you, my brain's not working today. What way have you been spinning your green to, Cheryl? Do you have a project in mind for it? Or have you just been spinning it and you'll pick a project for it later? I can't remember if you said. I'm sorry if you did say. You know what my memory's like. I want to get on with doing some bobbin lace, but I've been trying to think what to make. There's so many things I want to make, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them after. And it seems such a shame to make a bunch of stuff and then pop them in a drawer and never look at them again when it's bobbin lace, because it's just so pretty, you know? So I don't know what to make to do something with it. But I have a lot of bobbin making supplies, thanks to Kathy, so just gotta... I was going through the books today to have a look, and there's just so many things I wanted to do. And I can't decide. I think I might try to do some nice choker necklaces or something. Maybe come up with some masks or something, converting some of the collar patterns they got. But there's also there's butterflies and birds and all this sort of stuff, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Lace, not sure what it's about to be. Ah, nice. So you're going to have quite a bit of it then, with it being lace. That's going to make something really nice. Not quite sat at the right angle to be using my left hand. Normally I shift myself a little. I might have to go back to doing right-handed and hope my arm doesn't hurt too much. So I'm right-handed, I keep it lined up properly. I need to change the angle when I'm doing it left-handed, but I'm not sure I can fit my chair into a different angle because I'm quite up against the bookshelf here, which is really a puzzle shelf. It's full of puzzles. You have 300 grams in all. Oh yeah, 300 grams of lace is going to make something really nice. I'd probably make myself a massive shawl, but that's because I have an obsession with shawls. I have so many shawls. Nowhere to wear them, but I have so many shawls. I miss making lace weight shawls, so I think I'm going to make some more. I've got some new lace weight yarn from Abby, the lady I said who was selling her stuff. She has some pretty undyed lace weight yarns, which I've bought in, not for the business, but for myself. I'm going to dye it up and make myself some nice stuff, so I think I've got about 1 kilogram of it, so I'm going to be able to make something really good. Hi Happy, how you doing? How's your day been? Working hard? I need to Low attention, that's getting tall. Let's go back that way. So one thing I would like is to have an electric adapter on this that moves the thing up and down, so I don't have to keep stopping and doing it. Office drama today. I'm gonna get ice cream in and all that. Sounds like a good plan. Have to say, I've never worked in an office, but I have worked in various places that have had some big drama. I did discover working with all girls, not the way to go. It's definitely better to have some blokes around. They're less bitchy. I'm good. I'm very tired, so we're doing spinning today because I don't have the brain power to do anything else. Not been able to stay awake very well, so kind of having little snacks, which gives me a little burst of energy to keep me awake long enough. It's still too hot, and I don't cope with this heat, and it's going on for weeks now, so it's just making me so much worse. But I mean, my fatigue's been bad all year. It just doesn't seem to be getting better at the moment. But I have the visible band on again, so I'm trying to monitor it and keep within my pace points, and hopefully I will get better and be more me again soon. But it's good. It means I get time to get this done, because I do need to get this finished so that I can start on the fibre I've got for someone else I need to spin up, who has gave me free reign to spin it up however I want for them. So I can do it any weight and any combination. I've got 2 lots of different fibre for them, which I can either spin together, or I can spin separately and apply them up as 2 different ones. But I don't know yet. I've got to have a look and see what I fancy doing with it. Don't know about you, but when it gets cloudy and a bit wet, but still really hot, that's the worst. It's like I can't wait. Yes. Yeah, I described to Duncan as I feel like I'm suffocating. It's like there's no air in the air. There's no oxygen in the air. And I find it really hard to breathe, so I have to keep a fan to keep things moving so that I feel like I can breathe again. Yeah, it's so stifling, isn't it? Stifling the right word? Is that the word I'm thinking of? Probably. I don't know. We've established I'm not very good with English. It is my only language, but I'm still not good at it. As Ace Attorney is proving with that pink-suited jackass using all those stupid words. Back again for a few minutes. How you doing? How's the dining room coming along? Are the dogs letting you get it done? Or are they just wanting hugs? I was thinking, Kathy, once Phil's round long enough for a meetup, if you guys are free at some point, that maybe we'll have a little meetup at the Tabletop Tavern, play some games, have a drink, and just relax. I really enjoyed going there with Stuart yesterday. It was quite nice, but I thought it'd just be nice to go along, play some games, and just have a drink and chat, and support a local shop. That'd be lovely. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we'll have to sort out whenever you and Phil are free, because obviously I know you're super busy. But yeah, at some point I thought it'd be quite nice. And if you're around at the same time, Kate, then you can come along too, if you want. But yeah, The atmosphere's been really nice. Obviously, I've only been in it twice. Once after the escape room from a birthday with you guys, and then last night with Stu for his birthday. But it was just really nice in there, relaxed. Everyone's playing games, so it's not too rowdy or noisy. But it's interesting to see the different games people are playing. And they've got a nice little selection. I think they could do it a few different types of games, but you know, I'm sure it'll build up as it goes. And it's only £3 each to play, so it's no different than our Wednesday night game. So I think that's not a bad price. It's just the extra cost of buying drinks, but it wasn't too bad when we went yesterday. So I was pleasantly surprised as how clean the tables are, so if we take our own games in, they're not going to get ruined, which is the one thing with the George and Dragon. You always have to be careful about the sticky parts on the tables. Yeah, exactly, Kathy, that's what I was thinking. I think it'd just be really nice in there. Aaron went to the Warhammer meeting at New Realities yesterday because he obviously wasn't going to game group without us, so he went along to that. So I'm hoping he had a nice time there. He's really getting into his Warhammer at the moment. Problem is, most of the game stuff they always have on is when I'm busy, so I don't make it to the New Reality game meetups. I know it's lovely. The one time we did make it to one of their Sunday gaming meetups, they were a little cliquey, and they'd already, paired off into their groups. So it was like, if I'm going to a group, I might as well plan who we're going to play with. So Ryan, he's been painting Bats a week. Oh, nice. My grey army is really quite shocking at this point. Have a look at how much Warhammer I've got left to paint. Let me pull it up. Ooh, I can do this without knocking myself over. This is just the stuff from the magazines. And I still have all of the box stuff that I've had bought for me for birthdays and Mother's Days and all that sort of stuff. I have so much to paint, and I have not been painting. I really got to get it done. Can't laugh, you still haven't started your Lego. I do not have the willpower not to start Lego. I have to do Lego as soon as I get it. I found it really hard holding off doing my Sanderson sisters cottage when I was streaming it. It was so hard to not just continue after stream. But I didn't. I was good. Know someone else in the chat. Oh no, they've disappeared a minute, haven't they? But someone else who also has a lot of Lego they haven't built. I honestly don't know how they manage it. Duncan's, I think, finally finished, or he's got one more Lego model to build from his Father's Day stuff. We got him the 8 out of the 10 Formula 1 cars that Lego done recently. So he's been slowly building them since Father's Day. In the evenings he sits there building it while we watch TV. I'm okay until I open it, but then I don't want to stop. Yes! It's so hard! And thanks to Cheadle showing me that app instead of doing the leaflet instructions, the booklet instructions, the app makes it so much easier that I just want to carry on going the whole time. Yeah, Duncan's enjoying his little cars. we want to get, I don't know if you've seen, some people have got like a frame thing that you put them in to be able to hang them, lining up like they're on a road on the grid. So we're gonna possibly build one of them for him, because we looked into getting them, but they're pretty expensive. So we thought we might just build one, because you know, it just needs to be some wood, some backing, a bit of paint, line it up, you know. Wouldn't take much to build one. Yeah, I think when I start, I'll look up the app. Yeah, definitely. I hadn't heard of the app until Cheadle told me about it when I was building my Lego on stream. Because I never bothered to actually look at the front of the booklets and read them. I just go straight into the instructions, so I never noticed that they had a QR code for the app on them. And Duncan wasn't using the app, and then I quickly pulled up one of his car models on there to show him what the app would be like, and then he started using the app. I hadn't seen that. Making your own sound sensible. Yes. Yeah, because it's, you know, it's just a long rectangle, so it's not complicated. I built more complicated stuff. It would work in my GCSE levels. So we can probably get that done and sorted. At the moment though, he's trying to source wood big enough to make yarn bowls. Turns out a lot of the bowl blanks from Yandel were a little too small. So we're just trying to find enough bigger sizes to be able to do some yarn bowls, wooden yarn bowls. I'm going to print out some 3D ones, the 3D printing ones, so plastic ones, but Duncan's going to make proper wooden ones. You hadn't heard of it until you mentioned it. Yeah, it's amazing what you don't really notice until someone says about it, because I think they just assume you know these things when you don't. I don't know if it was ever in an email, because I very rarely read the Lego emails, because I don't want to add more stuff to the ever-growing list, so usually I just delete them without looking. I don't know if I've slowed down or what, but I'm not sure if we will get on to flying tonight. We will. It's almost 4 o'clock. No, we might do. I don't know. Problem is, my arm's hurting, so I think I'm slowing down a little. Other people probably look at their boxes, but we tend to just dive straight. Exactly, yes. Yeah, I think that's part of the thing. I just dive straight in and like, ooh, let's build. I think it's one of the only things that I always just dive straight in. Normally I'm a stickler for reading all of the leaflets and making sure I've got everything sorted before I start. But when it comes to Lego, no, I'm opening it and I'm diving straight in. It's like when it comes to knitting patterns and crochet patterns, I always pre-read to make sure I understand what I'm doing and I've got all the bits that I need. Go through every single page. But I do not do that for Lego. Taking a risk with this top I'm currently knitting. I know the yarn's good for it because I bought the pattern and the yarn together. But I was very naughty and I didn't do a gauge swatch. I just estimated off my usual gauge for that size yarn and that size needles, and figured that should be about right. But we will see. It's supposed to be a baggier fitting top in general, so it doesn't matter if it's slightly too big or if it's slightly too small, then it should still be a little baggy because I went with a slightly larger size. You're so good. I'm terrible going off half cotton and then realising I'm missing vital things. Oh, well, I've learned. Like doing that top for the fairy festival last year that I ran out of yarn for. So nope, now I make sure I got enough yarn before I start. It's like the crochet circle fest that I did a couple of weeks ago. I knew I'd run out of the yarn I was using, but I knew I had backup yarn I can use that goes with it, so I was okay. And I wasn't planning on doing the sleeves, so I knew I'd have plenty, and I did. I had plenty. It come out lovely, but I've only got to wear it for a short period of time because I finished it off at the folk festival, and then of course I got sick, so came home, and I haven't been able to wear it since because it's been way too hot. Should be fine then. Yeah, it should be fine. No, and I said if worse comes to worse and it's too big, my mum is a similar size, but let's just say much larger on the bust area, so it would fit her. If it came out too big, it would fit her, so I'd just give it to her and I'd make myself another one. Because I think the chances are it will be too big rather than too small. But it's merino and cotton blend yarn, which I've not used before, so I don't know how it's going to grow. It's going to be interesting to see, which is why I should have done a gaze swatch, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to get on with knitting it. I say practice what I preach, not what I do. I am a bad sample for knitting and crocheting correctly. I do a gaze swatch when you can wing it. There are some things I do my gaze swatches on, but most of it I just wing it. And it mostly works out. But this is why I'm worried about my sewing, because you can't wing it so much with sewing. You've got to be much more careful. The stuff I've made, I have winged it, but it's been stuff that's had a lot of leeway in sizing, so it's easy to adjust if I go wrong. But like the jacket you said about me making, that I need to be so much more careful with. And you're back. Welcome back, Cheeto. How you doing? Is a whole garment size swatch. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Recipes are the worst. I'll be halfway through and then realise I don't have enough of any ingredient. Oh no! Oh no, I'm very good. I always make sure I've got all the ingredients I need when I make something. Well, at least I used to. I don't cook and bake anymore, but I was always very good. I make sure I'd have more than enough because I hate running out. I don't want to jinx myself, but that white's looking okay at the moment. It seems to be going well, which is nice. That's why we're eating golden syrup, black treacle and honey cake. I bet it tastes nice though. I switched that over, I did. You ran out of golden syrup. Hey, the rest works well, doesn't it? If it works, it don't matter. Duncan got me a new drink from Tesco today. It's still lemonade. Its ingredients are lemons, water and sugar. Not necessarily in that order, because it's probably got more sugar than water. No, it can't be that bad, but I haven't looked. But it was really quite nice. I'm trying to cut back on how much Coke, because it's starting to creep back up again. Drinking too much Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, not the other stuff. Isn't that lemon water? Basically, yes, still lemonade. It tastes very much like traditional cloudy lemonade, but without the fizz. So it's quite nice. Whereas lemon water to me is literally just water and squeezed lemon juice. I don't add sugar to it, which I also like, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know where it was in Tesco's, but Duncan saw it. He went and got me juice, so it was probably somewhere among the juice section, I would have thought. He went and got me some more orange juice because I'd ran out. Isn't the age part that makes it fizzy? You know, I did question that myself, Cheadle, to be fair. I always thought the aid part is what meant it was fizzy, but they call it lemonade. They just call it still lemonade, so I don't know. Maybe I've misunderstood all these years. Or maybe they're reinventing it again. You know what they're like. Like pear-sided rather than perry. Yeah. I have the white grapes and berry sparkling water as my replacement. Ooh. I've not had that. Is it very berry or more grape side? Because I like grapes, but berries, I'm getting there with berries, but I didn't used to like berries at all, but I'm slowly starting to like them. But if it's too strong in berry flavour, I might not like it. 1.2 litres for 75p. More grapes, like 75p for one from Tesco's. I need to look that up. That's a damn sight cheaper than what I've been buying. From Tesco's, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to go and look that up. Oh yeah, good point. Does it have artificial sweeteners? My lemon still lemonade doesn't have any sweeteners, which is good. Because I can't do sweeteners. I'll have to have a Google and see if I can find it and check what the ingredients are on it. I need to get the ingredients in to make that recipe you sent me, Kathy, but I still ain't got around to doing it. Problem is, I have to go into Tesco's to get it, and I don't want to. I might just give Duncan the list and get him to go and get it for me. He does the shopping anyway, so he can just add it on. Yeah, those Fairy Festival tickets, right pennies. I ended up getting Duncan to email them to confirm there was a carer's ticket still before he bought my tickets. What we have to do now is buy my ticket and then email them with confirmation of my ticket so that they can then issue a carer's ticket. You can't do it online. And then you have to send them proof of your disability, they took a copy of my PIP letter. But I was not happy because I shouldn't have to be doing that. Because legally they're not supposed to ask you about your disabilities. And I know previous years they actually stopped selling or stopped giving carers tickets because like we've reached our limit. And they stopped giving them out. So I didn't want to buy my ticket only to find that we couldn't get a carers ticket for Duncan because I'd be annoyed. Because, you know, they're not exactly cheap, are they? It takes the mick. Yeah, the first year it was really simple. We were able to just get the carers ticket online when we did it. But they seem to be limiting how many carers tickets you can have now. And I'm like, that's not really fair. It's clearly just a money grab. But the problem is, what they'll do is instead of that person who needs a carer going, they won't go. So they actually lose the tickets now rather than gain one because 9 times out of 10, they can't afford to buy tickets for both people. It's actually easier to get a ticket from the cinema with a carer's ticket than it was buying a ticket from the Fairy Festival. Everyman Cinema are fabulous. You can do it all online. Though at one point their system was down, so you just phone them up and they checked the system. Because I have a card that is a CEA card, which gives me free entry for one carer. And they're really, really nice and really, really simple. But the Fairy Festival seems to be going worse and worse each year for disabled access, which I'm not happy about. Yeah, it's a real cheek of them. It really shouldn't be that difficult, and they definitely shouldn't be limiting the numbers. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not accessible if you have to contact them to get the ticket. It's ridiculous. Lucky enough, Duncan was able to do it for me, but it shouldn't be that hard. It's the one thing I'm not too keen on with my summer and southern. Nick and Nat's always been fabulous about accessibility, but I've noticed a rule that I don't remember seeing before for the carers tickets this year. That is, if your carer has no interest in a war show, then you can get a free carers ticket. Otherwise, they have to pay for a ticket. But at the end of the day, that person's there acting as a carer, not as a shopper. So yes, they might do some shopping, but most of the time they're monitoring and helping the person they're with. They're not enjoying the show as someone who's just gone there fully able-bodied. So I think it's just cheap that they expect you to buy a ticket when you're there mainly to assist and then do some shopping while you're there, you know? It's different. But I also noticed this year, certainly for the summer and the Leeds one they're doing, not Leeds, Newcastle, Melly, you feed the dragon, yay! He hasn't been fed since Duncan earlier. But they're not doing ticket sales on the door on the Saturday for the summer. And I'm assuming they're going to do the same for the southern. You have to pre-buy them, which I'm not too keen on because it might limit people who want to go last minute, you know? But I suppose if they're reaching capacity, you could understand why. But we'll have to see how it goes. Post is what you've done so far with the green yarn. Have you put it in Discord or the YouTube group? Discord. Let's have a look, shall I? Have a nose. Oh, ad. Okay, we're going to go to an ad break. Back in a minute. I'm back. Ad should be over, but I haven't finished my ice lolly. Duncan bought me an ice lolly when we went, but I haven't got it done in time, so I'm just going to sit here and munch on it. Sorry. Sorry. Talk about yourself. I'm going to munch on this. I did turn the mic off, but then I realised I couldn't reply to you when the mic was off. Yeah, your yarn looks amazing, Cheryl. See, as I don't get ads, I just get your little screen for 3 minutes. That's the same for me, Tudor. I don't get ads because I've got turbo, so when people go on their ad breaks, I just get the little screen. I expect Cheryl probably mostly gets the screen. I don't know how long the ads last on YouTube. Usually I only put the screen on so that I can sneak off and get something. But Duncan bought me a nice lolly. Hopefully you can't hear me crunching too much. Sorry. If you can, I'll turn the mic off. Let me know. Anyone else have a nice lollies? This is an apple tango one. Kurt got them the other day, and they were really nice. So Duncan bought some in for me. Normally I have lemonade ones, and lemonade ones are pretty much the only ones I like. I will eat a rocket or a house scouter? No, twister. If I run out of lemonade ones, but otherwise I tend to only have lemonade. But these apple ones are quite nice. I will get back to spinning, but this is nice and I want to read it before it mounts. Probably should check the ingredients on these. I haven't checked. Duncan's supposed to monitor them to make sure there's no sweeteners in. But he hasn't checked. So I should look. We'll soon know if I get a headache. Though with this heat I just get a headache anyway, so not necessarily a good judge. Promise I'm not turning into one of those the mukbang eating streams. I'm not turning into one of them. I'm just not wasting it. I didn't want to leave you on the BRB screen while I was eating. We had a cherry tango one last year, which was surprising. I didn't know they did cherry tango ones. Duncan might like that. Mally, because they quite like cherry ones. Cherry drinks and things. So they might like that. I'll have to let them know. You'll have a laugh, Kathy. I've bought a new exercise machine. Use some of my pip to get it to try to help deal with my tummy. I struggle because of the pain to do sit-ups and things nowadays. So I've got this cruncher thing. It's not the frame ab crunchers, but it's this thing like you sit forward and you kind of bring your legs up and down and things. It's weird. It should be arriving at some point today. But I'll let you know how it goes and you can have a laugh at me because I'll probably fall off of it. I have to admit, they're holding up well. They're not mounting everywhere. Might help that I've got the fan on me, but... They were properly sour. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll have to let Duncan know that now. He's got work meeting today, so he's probably not watching chat. He'll be lurking in the background, because he always is, but he's probably not watching because he's... The monthly company boring meeting, which he basically sits on mute for the whole time, because it's not something that he talks in, it's just giving updates. It sounds like the most boring meeting in the world, and he has to do it once a month, and it's on until 5:30. It's like so boring. This is why I couldn't do an office job. I get bored from the meetings. Well, when we sat eating this, I'm definitely not going to get that finished today, am I? Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I'll have to bring it down. You can have a laugh on it. Yeah, it folds up nicely, so we'll be able to just like tuck it up against a wall or something so it doesn't get in the way. But I'm really hoping it's going to help sort out my abdominal muscles, because between the C-sections and the hysterectomy and the sterilizations and all that crap, my muscles are separated. So I need to kind of pull them back in, and I'm hoping that's going to help. And yes, I do eat my ice lollies with a bowl, because normally I drop it. almost done. Normal service will resume soon. This chair is so squeaky. That was lovely. Just what I needed. That's cooled me down a bit. Woke me up a little bit more. Back to spinning. Did I need to move it? Then we can go a little longer on this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Duncan around when I first use the machine, so that if I do fall off, he can catch me. He's got used to catching me now when my vertigo hits. At this point, that's a daily occurrence. You'll see when I'm doing my stretches, he has to stand beside me when I'm trying to stretch out my calf muscles and my hamstrings by bending forward, because every time I bend forward, my vertigo hits. My time says to get on, but the dogs are all fast asleep and Ivy is lying right across my lap. Oh, see, now that's a perfect excuse to sit and do nothing. It's not your fault. You're just being a good dog mama. You must be boiling having Ivy sat across your lap, though. Jesus Christ. I mean, dogs in general, but she's a black curly. That's some heat trapping in there. Prince seems to be coming along quite nicely. Yeah, you don't be falling. No, yeah, no, I would topple forward. It would be quite funny because I'd fold in half. I just kind of go topple forward. It would not be good. So he stands with his hands out, braced, ready to catch me. Must look like a right idiot, but I have to stretch out my hamstrings and my calves because they keep cramping. So I have to stretch them out every night, in a hope that they don't cramp so much. She's red hot. I bet she is, bless her. I hope you've got plenty of fluids because you could dehydrate just from sweating out having her on you. How's your cardigan coming along? Because you were getting close to getting it all put together, weren't you? That's sensible. What, having fluids? Or the stretching every night? Sorry. Oh, Cheryl says hi to everybody. For some reason, Cheryl, your message hasn't come up on my restream chat. Good, I just saw movement in the corner of my eyes. I saw on the YouTube. I don't know why it's not come up. I don't know if restream chat's disconnected or something. God, it's becoming a right problem, restream. I mean, it's really handy for being able to stream in multiple places, but the chat system keeps going down. Stretching no fluids, my trinket sound says the squares put together. Oh no! Is there anyone in the house that can bring your drink up for you? Is any of the boys or Chris around? The squares all put together. Oh, can't wait to see it. If you're able to, will you bring it along on one of the Mondays? Yeah, so the Twitch messages are coming through on the restream chat, but the YouTube ones have stopped coming through. Still need to attach the sleeves and the hood and then do the ribbing and the buttonholes. That's not much though, because it means you've basically finished an entire cardigan, and I still only have 3.5 legs on my dragon. I'm not saying to us. Okay, so now that message has come through, Cheryl. That came through to the restream, and yet your last one didn't come through. The one where you said hello to everyone. No rhyme or reason, I swear. Absolutely really pleased with it. Yeah, you should be. It looks so good. Hi, Cheryl. Gino's popped over. I wondered if you might pop over to YouTube, Gino. You usually pop over and say hi, don't you? On to the last one. We're getting there. Just this much to go now. You've done so much other stuff. Not really. I mean, I've dyed yarn. The top I'm knitting, I've got 1 and a bit repeats done on the lace pattern, so we're looking at about maybe 100 rows. And that's probably about it. Oh, and I made that circle vest, didn't I? That's about it. Because I haven't finished the poncho either. I've done enough of it that I can check my maths, so at this point I'm going to write it up and then redo it from the pattern to check it rather than just from, because the way I've been doing at the moment is basically it's my physical notes I write notes, and then I use those notes to make the base of the pattern. To check those notes are correct, which is the point I then write out the pattern, and then I remake it with the wrote out pattern to make sure it's all correct. So at this point it would be starting the poncho again, but with the correct yarn, not just my tester yarn, ready to do it all. So complicated. I think I make it more complicated than it needs to be. Most people would just write it out and then make it, I think. But I like to make several attempts of it before I do the final writing of the pattern to make sure everything's how I want, so I don't have to rewrite the pattern multiple times. I probably do it the more complicated way, but it works for me, and that's all that matters, you know? If it works for me, then it's good. It just means that way I know if the idea in my head will actually work in reality before I even bother putting it down on paper, sort of thing. Basically, I really hate admin, so I avoid writing things down as much as possible. Time is it? 4:32. So I can't remember what time we started the other one of these, but we've done 2.5 of these now. How many have we done today? 1.5, and this will be the second. Oh, I can't remember now. Oh, we might get this done today. Makes sense to you? Yeah, see, it's sensible, isn't it? Glad someone thinks it's sensible. Yeah, Duncan's got way further on the poncho than I did, so I can check the map on the DK version as well now. So that should then give me the map for the full plate and the DK, so I can get them wrote up. The problem is I've been doing all of the testers in my merino silk, but it's the older merino and silk, the one I used to get from Yarn Undyed. Well, of course now I get my merino and silk from World of War, and it's different. It's a different twist and it's different length, so I have to make it in that for the popper sample so that people can see exactly what it looks like with the correct yarn that I'm recommending. It means I need to kidnap some out of the stock, and I haven't actually dyed up the merino and silk yet, so I don't have a lot of stock in, and I've got to send some to Freya for the shop opening. I'm actually going to message her and ask if I can just take yarn to her after the summer show, because she's only like half an hour away from the summer show, and due to some unexpected building work she had to do on the building, she's not actually opening until August now. August the 1st is the hope, so I'm thinking she might be alright with me taking it to her in July, because originally I was going to do delivery for June. that would make it easier and you'll be able to... Yeah, exactly. It'd be really nice if we can go and I can actually see the shop, meet her in person. She can have a proper look at the yarn and decide what she wants instead of just letting me send whatever I fancy. Because for the first order, she's not ordering anything specific. I'm just sending her... Well, the plan was to just send her a range of the stuff that I do so she can get a look at it, see what she fancies, so that the next time she does an order, she can say specifically what she wants. But if we do it while I'm at the wool shop, I'll have my entire stock with me. She'll be able to have a look and take what she wants, which I think would be much easier. And as long as we take good notes, I can then create the invoice for her after. Because to start with, it would be sale or return anyway, while she gets the shop opened before returning wholesale. So. But I'm really looking forward to it. She's been working hard on the shop. She's been doing little reels and things on Instagram. You spent crazy money on a cool blanket thing for the dogs. Wasn't sure if it would be worth the money, but Danny, who never leaves my side, has just gone downstairs by herself and is lying on it. Oh, nice. Clearly it's working. Danny, move over. Let me join you. It's nice that they come up with these things for the pets though, so that they do have these cooling blankets and cooling mats and things. Because it must be so bad for them, because it's not like they can just ask you to put a fan on or something, is it? Have a look, see what Bamboo says, how long is left on this print. It's looking pretty close. Yeah, it reckons it'll be done in 22 minutes. What time? Yeah, so the print might actually be finished before I finish going live. Cool. Once it's cooled down, I'll be able to take off and start printing the second one, because I'm actually going to need 4 of them. No, I don't. I need 6 of them. So, got a few to print out. When I put the little aircon unit on in the bedroom, Hazel hobbles all the way upstairs the moment she hears it. I don't blame her. That's so pretty, you love the colours. Oh, well, the neon yarn is gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, the white ply that goes with it kind of mutes the colours slightly, but I think in a good way. But yeah, I might have to buy more of this yarn. Obviously, I got it from the threshing barn, which is closed down now. But one of the wool shows last year, I saw someone else had it. You pause and it glows. Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just... And it does actually react under black light, unsurprisingly. But it's just... It's so pretty. Yeah, when I saw it, it's like I must have. But I was very restrained, and I only bought 200 grams, but because I'm plying it with a white, it's given me 400 grams, give or take. So there's a reasonable amount to do something with. The original plan was a nice shawl with it, but I actually am really quite keen on possibly doing that top for the fair festival for it instead. That kind of fake corset top thing that I planned. It is so me, isn't it? Not that my clothes look like it today, black leggings and a deep purple top, but I love my bicolours. I've also come to the conclusion that dyeing my hair is just so much hassle that what I'm going to do is I'm going to start buying wigs and I'm just going to change my hair colour by wearing wigs and clip-in hair extension and that sort of stuff. Then I can easily do my hair because I want to go pink again, but the thought of having to get it bleached and then dyed, it's so much. Whereas I could just buy a bright pink wig and put that on. I'm kidnapping Mally's wig. You know the costume he's got for Comic-Con? Or Amicon, Anime-Con, whatever it's blooming called, that he's going to. The wig that he's got for it is really nice. And it's got clip-on kind of wavy pigtail things. I was like, yeah, I'm going to kidnap them. So once he's finished doing the comment, I'm going to kidnap it. That's why you went grey. Yeah, it's just such hassle, isn't it? And finding time to do it all is just such a pain. It's like I have the pink up in the bathroom ready to put back on my hair again. And I just haven't had time or the energy to do it. So it's like, nope, I'm going to, after I saw Mally's wig, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to buy wigs. I'm going to put wigs on. I'll have to show you on Monday, Kathy. It is so nice. We weren't expecting it to be quite as good a quality as it is, to be fair, because it was a reasonably cheap wig. But it's supposedly heat proof, so we can curl it, which I need to do because he needs like really deep, it's like really wide, almost tornado style things. That's what the pigtail things are. But in transport, obviously the curls dropped, so we need to style it up. But yeah, it's supposed to be able to safely use heat on it, so that's not bad at all. And it actually feels so much nicer than the blonde wig I got. I've got a blonde wig my mum gave me years ago that my auntie had bought and then not wanted, and mum knew that I liked to mess around with hair, so she thought maybe I'd like it to style up to wear. But it feels so horrible that I haven't used it. But Mally's one feels so nice. He is going to look so pretty. I'm absolutely thinking we've got to work out the skirt. The skirt's slightly too small. And I don't have a correct glue to extend it. So we've got to work out what we're going to do. He's going to attempt to slim down for August for it, because it's only ever so slightly too small. But if he can't slim down, I've got to work out how to extend it without it looking like I've just put some random fabric on it, you know? Because unfortunately it's sold out, so we can't buy a larger size for it or anything. The top fits, but it's just a skirt. But it is nice. Did I tell you, Mally and Aaron went to an anime con, like Comic-Con but for anime, a few weeks ago, and they came back, and I was sat here playing a game at the time. Duncan was in the kitchen, or possibly in the garage doing woodwork, I can't remember, but they came back, and you know the size of my lounge, Kathy, no word of a lie, they came back and they filled the lounge with bags. Apparently there was these mystery bags that they were like £10 each, or 2 for 15 or something like that it was, and so they just brought a load along with a bunch of goody sweet bags. and so they had so much, it just filled the whole lounge. It was hilarious. I was literally just laughing my head off each time they brought a new bag in. I don't think you've got any blue fabric. Yeah. And the annoying thing is I only need a tiny bit of it. Because it's blue and pink, so I've got a pink. It's the wrong type of fabric, but the colour might be close enough that maybe we can pretend that the bit that I added is part of the band somehow. But I'm not sure how I can do it without it looking like obvious that we've added it in, because it's not a blue that's I have at all in here. I have some blue fabric, but it's not the right type in any shape or form. And of course, my fabric's with all got patterns on. So I don't know what we're going to do. And unfortunately, there's not enough in the seam to take it out. Okay, Restream's not sent your last message over now either. Oh my goodness. And yet it just sent that last one. It sent the Show Me Monday one. What is going on with Restream? The blooming chat thing is ridiculous. I hope I haven't missed anything else. Show me Monday and I'll go through everything I've got. Yeah, I'll show you on Monday. I'll also show you the wig on Monday because it's just awesome. But yeah, I'll show you the skirt. But it doesn't need much adjusting. We're looking at like adding an extra inch, maybe 2, just to be on the safe side. But he could get away with just an inch being added, so there's not a huge amount we need to add. But I just don't have anything I think that can work with it. Though his top may be long enough to hide anything we add to it, depending on how we add it, that we might be able to get away with it being something different. I don't know. But I'd love some professional advice from someone who actually knows what they're doing. That would be really handy. Because I'm running out of time to get it sorted. Because it's actually the weekend I'm doing the wall show. The August one, so the Southern wall show, I think it is when it is. So I've got until then to get it resized for him. Not me then. You need to give yourself way more credit than you do. I've seen what you make. You are brilliant. I dream of being able to make the stuff you make. Close on that, a little further. I've got bags and bags of photos as possible. There's something that could work. Yeah, if you've got something you think that might work, that'd be great. I'll show you one thing. I mean, we can go through mine, but I had a look through and I couldn't see anything. But maybe you might be able to see a way of making something I've got work that I didn't think of or something. But we'll have a look. We'll see what we can do. He's not super fussy. He just wants it to fit, you know. But he doesn't want it to look tacky, which is why I'm worried about using the wrong fabric on it. He went to that concert for that Japanese singer up in London the other day, which was his first concert. He said he had an absolutely amazing time, but he got there, I think it was 3 or 4 hours early, maybe even earlier than that, and they'd already sold out of the plushies that he wanted to get, so he was quite gutted. Some people had been there for 12 hours so they made sure they could buy what they wanted because the stuff sold out so fast. So that's some dedication to a singer, especially a Japanese singer, because, you know, there's not exactly like Japanese artists are huge over here. Oh yeah, you knew you'd totally love it. Yeah, he did. He absolutely loved it. And the little lights, I say little light stick, but the light stick thing he bought. And he bought a t-shirt. He just couldn't get the plush. But he had a whale of a time. He was a little hoarse on his throat because he spent so much time singing along and screaming along and everything. He absolutely thought it was brilliant. But bless him, he was so tired. He stopped at a services, paid for some parking, and actually just slept in his car for a few hours. Then drove a little further home, decided he was still too tired, so not safe to drive, so he pulled over again and slept some more, so he actually didn't get home until 7 o'clock in the morning the next day. And so he went home, come home and went to bed. But at least he was sensible. He knew he was too tired to drive, so he pulled over instead of trying to drive while tired. So that I'm proud of him for. This is starting to not pull again. But he was sensible. Yeah, exactly. Really proud that he was very sensible, because Reese has almost fallen asleep at the wheel before, or possibly has fallen asleep at the wheel before and crashed. So Mally is very, very particular. Make sure he used to do it for when he was coming back from college. Sometimes, if he was having a particularly bad day, he'd pull over, have a little nap before he'd come drive anymore, which was really good. So part of him is sensible, just not the whole of him. Reese is well after the Mally, right? Yeah, he really is. He is my worry thing. I need to go and feed the dogs and do some more tidying. No worries. Thank you for joining me and keeping me company. Enjoy your tidying. Hopefully you'll get a good chunk done. And the dogs will let you. But I will see you Monday, hopefully, yeah. Need to check the battery on this mic. I don't know how to check it. Hopefully it's still got enough. Because it ran out somewhere near the end of the stream on Tuesday. I'll check that when I've got the next block of tidying done, just for accountability. But yes, we'll see you Monday. Yeah, no worries. Accountability when tidying is so handy. So I usually tell the boys when I'm doing something, so they make sure I do it. Take care. See you Monday. What I probably should do with you lot is tell you something I'm going to do that needs doing, so you can badger me on the next stream to make sure I've done it. Bit like the watching of Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, looks like that print is almost done because it's started doing the joining bits on it now. Nice. I need to redo the file properly so those little peg parts are actually attached instead of separate that I have to then glue on. But I had to do it quickly and edit someone else's file, and I haven't worked out how to attach it, so I need to just basically remake it. I think you can remake and then give credit to the original designer in it, I think. We are almost done on this, which is good because we are fast running out of room on the bobbin. Yeah, these bobbins can take 100 grams, slightly over if you're really lucky, and most of these things are slightly over 100 grams each time. But as I'm spinning for myself, I don't tend to worry when I come to applying how much I get on. I just fill up the bobbin, take that off, and then fill up the bobbin as far as I go again with the second half. And if I end up with 2 different weight skeins, it don't matter because they're all going to get used in the same project anyway. I'm really not that fussy when it comes to the spinning because it's for me, it's not for customers or something. When I do Abby's fibre for her, I'll be much more fussy on how I'm doing it to give it more equal amounts. And I'll probably spin it a little slower to make sure it stays more even. Though she's happy to have more hand spun, and she doesn't want a commercial looking yarn. But like me, she also doesn't like too thick and thin. She doesn't like art yarns as such. We like the middle ground. Not perfect, but not too arty either. This going a little higher. I think I can push just a little bit more on there. Won't put all of this that's left on there, but I'll put a little bit on and then go back. But then we'll be able to apply it. I think that print's finally finished. We'll let that cool and then I'll glue that together, and then that's one done and I'll get the next one started. Yeah, all done, so that'll cool soon. It's probably as much as I want to risk on that because I don't want it falling off that way, so we'll go back that way a bit. I think what I'm probably going to do is go for a quick ad break in a second. The next one's not due for 8 minutes, but obviously I'm gonna... Yeah, the printer's all finished. I need to leave it to cool now, and then once it's cooled I can take it off and glue it together. Yeah, I'm gonna do an ad break in a second, I think. So that way it doesn't just have a 15 minutes before I end, it's gonna be more like half hour before I end. Might as well get to the end of this, then we'll go to the ad break while I switch bobbins over, and then I can start applying. This is the last bit of the neon. Hooray! Always overspin the very last bit. There. Okay, that's the last of that. So we're going to go an ad break. I'll switch bobbins over so that we've got to do the plying. Oh, got to go early today, lovely. Got press tickets to see Hamlet and the theatres about 40 minutes. No worries. Have a fabulous time. Nice. Let us know how it goes. You have to let us know on what's today? Today's Thursday. Let us know tomorrow on your stream tomorrow. Have a fabulous time. I will see you soon. You take care. So I'm going to go for a quick ad break and then I'll be back. Okay. Hey guys, back again. So I've got the bobbin on, I've got the flying all started on there, so we're good to go. But yeah, so the white I'd already had pre-spun from leftover stuff from when I did the other two skeins. I don't know if there's enough for this whole lot that I've just done, but I can get at least one bobbin done from it, I think, and then spin up some more if I need to after. at least we got onto the plying, so I think we've done quite well today, haven't we? We've got it all spun up and now plying, and this won't take me too long to do, because plying is much quicker. And I'll be able to start on the other fibre for Abby. Something's sounding a little off, but I don't know what. Something a little wobbly. Could just be this bobbin. I need to get new bobbins. Duncan's going to make me some new bobbins. These ones are old and a little worn. So the beds should cool enough for me to pull off the 3D print and show you guys it before I go. And I want to give it as long as possible to cool because it is quite hot in here. But from a distance it looks right, so I'm hoping it's printed out okay. But we will soon see. Yeah, I know it's nothing exciting, plain white crochet holder, but it's what I need to do for the wall show so that it has something better to display them on. It's practical and useful. Don't know if we're going to raid into anyone today. I don't know who's likely to be on. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have a look, but I might not raid into anyone today. There's not many of you left at this point anyway. I always feel a bit funny about raiding with too low of numbers. Not that I have high numbers, but you know, raiding with 5, I quite okay. Raiding with 2 or 3, I feel a little guilty about. I'm sure they don't care, but it's personal issues. I've seen too many Reddit posts of people who have been criticised for raiding into someone with too few people. I won't start and stop so much in a minute, but these first setup I always do smaller amounts. And see how pretty that's looking now with the white plying up with it. I think it just makes it really, really pretty. And though I'd quite happily have full-on neon ones, I wanted it to last longer, which is why I applied it with white so that I can get twice as much out of it. My mic still on? It is. I can't monitor my mic now because I'm getting to the time on Tuesday that it died. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss it dying this time. I'm probably going to stop in a second now that I've got this pretty much on the go. And then I can have a look at that 3D print and then see if there is anyone to raid who I don't think would mind a small raid. And if not, then I'll head off. I'm quite happy with the progress I've made today. And slowly working through my fibre stash. I don't have a huge stash. I think I've almost got through all of the yarn I got, the fibre I got from my mother-in-law for my birthday last year. And then there's a few bits of fibre I got from one of the wool shows, Southern Wool Show last year, I think it was. Might have been Southern Wool Show 2 years ago, now I'm thinking about that actually. So that one's been sat a while actually. And then I've got a braid that Abby gave me, which I'm going to be interesting to see how that one dies up. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I haven't decided what I'm going to ply it with yet. I think I'll probably want to spin it up first, see what it looks like, to work out what I want to ply it with. I'll let you guys have a look at it at the same time and we can decide together. But I won't be touching that for a little bit, so I want to do Abby's fibre first. Don't know when my next spinning stream will be. It'll be a craft stream Thursday, but I don't know what craft I'll be doing. It depends how I'm feeling. Should hopefully have enough of this ply together that you can have a good look and see what you think of it in a second. Just gonna ply enough up to reach to the other side there, and then I'll leave it and do more next time, because my arm and shoulder is absolutely killing me. My leg is not feeling much better right now. I think walking is going to be fun. It's a good job the printer is literally just in front of me there. Are you doing the Tour de Fleece? You know what? I've never actually done it. Every year I think about doing it and then I've never done it. Maybe I should do it this year. It is the Tour de Fleece you're on about, yeah? Do you do it? It's a good way to get your spinning time up, isn't it? And use up some of your fibres. That'll do for the minute. What do you guys think? I think it looks quite pretty. Hopefully you can see that alright. But yeah, I quite like that. So let me just try to grab the you'll be doing it. You'll be using the spindle. Maybe that's what I should do. Practice my drop spindling by doing the tour de fleece. Gives me something to do for. That might be a good idea. This feels like it. Yep, it will come really easily. Give it a better wipe and do that in a second. Right, let's just put this together. So I don't have the glue on me, so I can't actually glue it. But hopefully I can have steady enough hands, hopefully, to show what it will look like when done. My hand's steady enough, hopefully. Can you see that? Ooh, it's gonna fall. But there, once I've glued it in place, it'll be stable, but that's what it is. So that should hold together quite nicely. And it's printed out quite well, I think. It's not too bad at all. So I will get that glued together and get the next one on. Let's move this around a minute so that I can get to my computer. Turn that around that way. Ugh. Let's see. Can we go to that? Why is that not working? It's not working. My shortcut's not working, but there we go. Don't know what's going on with my shortcut, but we're back. Let's move the dragon up to where I was. There we go. There. Don't mind my shortcut. So this is your 4th year doing it. Oh, so you've been doing it a while. Yeah, I've never got round to doing it, and I really should get round to doing it. So yeah, maybe that would be a really good excuse to practice my drop spindle, because we both know I really need to practice because I'm really bad at it. Let's have a look, see if there's anyone to aid. Not sure if there will be. Nostalgia Tasha's on. Looks like she's actually only been up. She's just come on from the looks of it, so maybe we can raid into Nostalgia Tash. She is, what's she say? She's in the miniature models. Finished Friday for this 641 piece Howl's Moving Castle. Ooh, Howl's Moving Castle, wooden miniature thing. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so shall we try that? So let's do this, see if this works. hopefully that's started the raid. So thank you all for joining me today and watching me while I spin and keeping me company. I will be back Tuesday for Ace Attorney gameplay, and then back Thursday next week for some more crafting, but I don't know what crafting I'm going to do. Just check the schedule. I'll put it up there once I know what I'm doing, but I never know. You know what I'm like. I always what you call it, pick last minute, so we'll go. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you all soon, so you all take care. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you soon, Cheryl. Right, bye bye.